outside?
It appears to be an assortment of square blocks. Letters and numbers carved into the sides.
What's with friends?
Can I roll to be very loud? No, I'm not going to.
I'm not even sure what to have you roll there.
I tried to close the bag before Gillespie sees what's inside,
Okay.
and then with a big smile on my face, just give him the money.
Fair enough. So with that transaction completed, he goes back to his nap, more or less.
I give him a little squinty look as I sort of walk away, but otherwise go outside, saying merely pleasantries. Thank you. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Okay, as you are exiting the carpenters, you do notice that Leopold is stood outside the bakery.
Hi!
Does he see me?
He appears to be rather distracted by his breakfast.
I'm on.
I'll head over. What did he buy? What's he eating?
Breakfast roll.
Yep, breakfast roll, ordinary breakfast roll.
Morning, Rolly.
Can I roll?
Like tumble or?
Yeah, can I tumble?
Go ahead.
There
Make it a good one.
you go.
Okay, you successfully managed to perform a complete roll and end up standing upright steadily on the opposite side of the front of the bakery. All rolls intact.
On my way up from the roll, can I throw my half-eaten roll out? And I'm shouting, "It's my gold anyway!"
Roll ranged attack.
Okay. Does the roll have any sort of like modifiers?
Just base attack plus dexterity.
If anything, it'd be minus for like his anti-air.
Minus
Greasy,
4
it'd
for
be
improvised weapon.
greasy, so it's easier to throw. It's slip up. Great. Okay, hold on.
Anti-aerodynamics.
Nah. Oh.
Okay, well, unfortunately, you don't aim very well, and it just kind of baps up against Tosser's chest.
Can Gillespie
that's
try
all
and
I'm
grab
after.
it?
Perfectly happy for that.
Gillespie can.
What's that roll?
Make it dexterity. Or reflex, better.
My dexterity.
Gillespie's dexterity.
Sorry, reflex. Is his different from mine? That's the obvious question. Raven. What the hell is going on in the background there?
I'm watching the music video.
Oh no! Oh, okay.
Use either the familiar's base save bonus or the master's, whichever is better.
Is it reflex? I think it's the same. Yes, it is. Okay. It's for...
His reflex is better than yours, actually, I believe.
He should have a +4, same as me.
Yep. A 19, Gillespie successfully dives off of your shoulder and grabs the forlorn half of a bread roll.
Ah. He probably then got it in his claws, has he?
Nope,
Probably
in his beak.
In his beak. Oh, he probably brings it back to my shoulder then, and just holds it.
What do I do now?
I got you. But on the bright side, he's going to be quiet for the next while.
So after
That's
that,
true.
I smile and instantly regain my composure and say, "Morning, Tosser. Enjoy your breakfast, Gillespie." I tip the hat I'm not even wearing. Sorry?
What gold?
Nothing. Nothing. Don't you worry. Do you not? Don't worry. Don't you have some cartography to be doing?
Or gold thief.
What's his face over there? Shiny. Stole a load of my gold last night.
Okay. Well, you're in higher spirits than last night.
Yeah, well, that's the only reason he managed to get that money off me, the blackguard. Say it with a smile.
Right, so we'll get it back tonight then, huh?
I already got it back.
No, he'll get it. Oh, never mind. Come on, let's go to work.
Are you talking to me or Gillespie?
You.
Miracle's sort of resigned himself to the fact that he's probably going to have to do work again because he used a lot of tricks yesterday. So he sort of just tags along behind Tosser, looking all the while for a chance to just dive into some bush or something.
Well, Tosser's trying to make sure Leocal is behind him, so...
Yeah, behind you is the best place for me. Because that's where your eyes are.
Well, I suppose since he is actually there, I don't need to roll for the moment, so I make my way down.
Meanwhile, Ignitus, you have concluded getting dressed and consuming whatever breakfast meal you should wish to have.
Okay.
So, what are you going to be doing? It's approximately 20 minutes past 8.
Okay. Out of interest, oh no, it was people. I was questioning people, wasn't I, for that information?
Yes.
I was gonna say, could I just have like a book I could carry around with me? Oh, by the way, you know the large dog you mentioned? Was that at night or was that at any time?
The children were not specific.
Right. Okay. Cool. Right. Okay, I'm gonna head on over to the town hall then.
Rightio. And Anna, what are you up to?
Can I just quickly point out that I did pick up the bag from the carpenters?
Yes.
Okay. Wait. That probably makes me over encumbered. I put it in my bag of holding. Has it got a tie on it at all?
Yes, it has the little drawstring.
Okay then.
Okay, so Anna, what are you up to?
Has Anna finished meditating?
Yes, she has. She has gained all her spells for the day.
Alright, then before she goes over to do her breakfasty things, she's going to cast Detect Magic on the window, hoping to catch any residual magic that may have been on there.
You detect nothing.
Alright. Anna, while she has the spell cast on her, takes a look around her house, just so that the spell doesn't go to waste. Hit a couple burns with a single stone.
Is 2 birds, 1 stone really a great phrase for you?
It wasn't a stone, it was a lightning bolt. That is a completely different thing.
One bird, like
And it was
one
multiple
bolt.
lightning bolts for a single bird, which wasn't a very efficient.
Liam,
Mm-hmm.
are you still playing Flappy Bird MMO? Because I keep hearing clicking.
Yeah, I'm checking my tweets.
Okay.
If you say so.
That's rather a birdie word.
Thanks, Columbo.
Anyways, looking around your abode, you find no magical auras of any sort that are entirely out of place.
Alright. Anna sighs a little bit, wondering if it was just the fact that she had just woken up and that she had imagined it. So she goes about making her breakfast. But she first takes all of the spoiling food out of her cupboard and arranges it so that she may cast purified food and drink.
Very well, you do so.
Revert it from spoiling. Alright, how many times does she has to cast a spell in order to get all of the food?
Let's see. Purify food and drink covers 1 cubic foot per level of contaminated food and water, so you are successfully able to purify all of the affected food with 1 casting.
Alright, she uses 1 casting of it then.
Is that square foot or cube foot?
Cube
Cubed.
foot.
So she could just stack it as well.
Yeah,
I don't know if
it's
it has
like-
to be
it's like the
literally
maps.
organized as a cube.
No, it's like
This isn't
it's-
Minecraft.
It's like the mass of it. Well, not the mass, but like adding the area of all of the food up. It doesn't have to. I mean, it does have to be within the range, I think. But anyway, she does that, and then she goes ahead and makes her breakfast. And then after eating breakfast, if nothing exciting happens, then she would like to, which I'm guessing nothing exciting happens because you're not interrupting me.
You'd be correct.
Alright,
Nothing strange.
okay.
Why does that seem to scare you more than if I would say there was something strange happening?
You know
Does
how
that mean-
horror works lying.
That means like that there's something happened that Hannah doesn't even get to detect. So she goes and gets the staff of healing that she acquired from Magruth, and she is going to go. She's going to go across town towards the Temple of Saint Cuthbert.
Righto. So, meanwhile, Ignitus, Tosser, and ostensibly Leocool, wherever he's vanished off to.
It's probably in the forest.
Oh yeah, 'cause that's a smart idea. You
Watch out
have
for the people who be
arrived.
dragged away.
Yeah.
Oh, I see you, Mr. Leocool. Can't hide from me.
He can apparently hide from me. Where is he?
He went back.
Where could he be?
The last place that you would expect him to be.
Alright. Well, you appear you arrive at the town hall together, Tosser and Leocool meeting up with Ignitus en route.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning! I got your breakfast.
I give a sharp look to Leocool.
Lico just beams back.
We kissed passionately.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a good thing Love Turtles is doing her homework right now.
You did the
They are-
shipping
they are
for us.
sharing-
It's already
square
shipped. It's
there.
done.
Good ship Ignitus.
Sailed.
A good ship
That's
Sells
nice.
Ignitus.
more
Shipping.
on the Leocool Sea.
No, I'm not gonna go.
Are you
there.
suggesting that Ignitus
No,
should
just
plow
don't
through
go
your
there. Just don't go
waters?
there. Oh.
Right. Well, you're at the town hall. What are you going to do then?
Have you even got that spare food roll?
Yeah, I got 2. I threw the one I was eating at you.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Okay.
Stop playing Flappy Bird MMO, whatever it is.
Or whatever it is, that game I was playing.
That one you were talking
And
about.
telling
earlier.
everyone else about.
I'm visibly.
Well,
at
if
the
no one
back.
else.
I'm visibly behind everyone else, sort of more pondering.
Right.
So.
Well, while they're messing around, playing their little head games, I knock on the door.
Okay, well, in very short order, Mayor John appears at the front door, as per usual, and says, good morning, Mr. Donglins. What can I do for you?
Good morning, Mayor John. Ready for another day's fine work?
I should hope so. We need to get some detailed accounts of the organization of the forests.
I say what?
The Grim Forests, the north. We need to get the distinct layout of them in order to determine their boundaries and such.
Well, says Leocold to Ignitus, we best go off and do some building.
I just sort of.
Nice knowing you, Tosser.
Do you actually say that, or?
Yep, that's what I say.
I just sort of shake. I said, what? Obviously not.
We've got to go do some building. Quickly,
Yeah.
before anybody tells you any different.
I know. I'm here to see what building we're going to be doing. Are we continuing the same one or not?
Oh, he already told us. Yeah, it's the same one. Let's go. Should I bluff for this? Or?
Probably would.
That's-
I would go with it.
Strictly speaking, that's not a bluff.
Yeah.
There, see? Yeah, I'm accidentally telling the truth.
Okay, well, considering I've got other things on my mind, it says, okay. I wasn't paying attention to the
Go on,
situation.
then.
Let's
So
go.
I hold his hand. Here we go.
I wheel round and glare at them as they zoom off.
I give Tosser another beaming smile. Which is amazing because I'm going off to do some work.
Well, Tosser follows his swivel round until he meets Mayor John's gaze again. Says, you want me to go into the Grim Forest?
Not into the forests proper, but of course we have certain providences against going directly into the forest. So we just need a marking of the boundaries of the actual forests themselves. The three main large masses of the trees, of course.
Okay, and the separation between those masses?
Especially, yes.
Especially. Have you, any specific work for Miss Guevere today?
No, nothing too specific. If you'd like her to accompany you into the forest, that would certainly be advisable.
I think that'd be a very wise decision of mine. Thank you, Mayor John.
Okay,
I'll
and
see you
with
later.
that, yes, with that, Mayor John disappears into the town hall again, and as you turn away from the town hall, you can see Anna approaching it.
Approaching town hall?
Correct.
Go in that direction.
I turn and watch her approach.
Yes, much approach. Very well, much Anna.
Yeah. Anna continues that way because she was gonna head to the temple through there, but seeing Tosser, she pauses with the staff in her arms, and she gives him a nod. She says, "Good morning, Tosser."
Good morning, Anna. Deciding to carry your staff?
I'm going to see if Ezekiel is free to look at it, because he
Oh?
knows more about the taint than I do. I don't know if we should even have these items, with how tainted Muggruth was. I don't know if it would be a danger to have him on our person.
At this exact moment in time, it just cuts away to Leocal and he's just admiring his ring. I like the way it glints in the sun.
I like the way it regrows limbs, I've lost.
I can imagine Leocal being that kind of person with a party trick. He's like, what's this? And just cuts off his own hand.
Well, that's probably happening in the course of...
Give it a few minutes, it'll be
Yes!
perfectly fine, I swear.
The hand grows another Leocal.
It's probably more likely that I'm actually doing that by accident whilst trying to build things. So
Sweet.
I put it on
Oh
my
yeah,
right hand,
it's like
so
you're
that's
nailing
like-
and you accidentally like nail through your finger and you're like, oh man, I'm stuck. Wait, no, it's fine, guys. And you cut off your finger and it's like, I'm fine.
This hurts every time.
He actually chops off his middle finger and then curls all of his remaining fingers up.
Everybody watch. Hey, nice. Watch this.
Can't fool me. That's your other hand doing that.
Got
Joke's
me.
on you.
Joke's on me.
Right, so-
This hurts a lot.
Oh, hang on. There's,
Oh god, I was wondering what you're doing there for a second.
Oh!
That's pretty impressive.
Anyways.
Anyways. Yes, Tosser admits. I haven't put my ring on for the same reason. Got it safely on me though, and then I pat my spell component pouch.
She looks down at the pouch and she
lying.
she nods.
Wow. Playing Terraria. It's weird.
Snap. someone.
You
saw
know there's an
nothing.
offline mode.
Yeah, at least put some flipping effort in. Jeez.
Well, no, I do that because I know that there are certain members of the chat room that have me on Steam, so it's always fun to mess with them that way.
Oh, it's the chat.
Oh,
that
yeah,
Oh, that's it.
yeah. Can you
Yeah.
roll that bluff, please?
What the?
An 8. What does Anna look down and say?
I can make up
Nothing.
modifiers too.
Anna was looking down at your spell component pouch.
Yeah, Anna looks down at his spell components pouch and she nods and she says, "Do you have both rings, or just
I gave the other to Leah. Cool.
Do you know if he's been wearing his?"
Can I roll to see if I noticed it on him earlier today
I think
or yesterday?
Actually, I think when you gave it to me, I put it straight on right in front of you.
Did
Mhm.
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Made point
Correct.
Bullshit sense. He put it on immediately,
Oh boy.
shouting YOLO. Don't know what that is.
Is that draconic? Doesn't he know draconic?
Oh, maybe.
I wonder if that's draconic. It sounds
I'll
like
ask him
such a-
later.
If
It
he
sounds-
just needs the 2 other words and it will form a really powerful spell.
The inside of the
YOLO
ring becomes a
swag!
portal.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I said, get in.
After you.
Right.
But yeah, she says, oh, we should probably. Ezekiel doesn't seem much concerned back in the forest, so I don't know if it's like not, if it's not contagious as far as like contact goes, but I suppose he might have been a bit flustered from the battle. So I was thinking, so we might want to
Well-
have all the stuff checked out by him again.
He's the biggest expert on taint we know.
Mm-hmm.
He's a taint spurt. I'm not even
I'll
sorry.
come. I'll come with you if you don't mind. I have a job I need you to help me with.
Oh,
Yeah, the mayor wants me to map the edges of the forest to the north.
really?
Just the edges, he clarifies. But nonetheless, I wouldn't mind having, well, a lot of support, to be honest, but somebody who's a bit au fait with woods, at least.
I can try, but we're not getting anywhere close to the forest. We can circle it, but at a distance.
Well, Gil gives me a good spot.
In fact, he gives me a +2.
Yeah, alright, shut up.
Are you gonna cut dog-
I
Are
know
you
I
gonna
can
map
see
the-
things more when he's around. Jeez.
Are you going to map things by proxy through Gillespie?
Technically, that's
walk
possible.
around the edge.
Can't imagine that going well.
Can I like shut my eyes and sort of do remote movement tracing the edge? Can I do that?
Gosh, you just end up with like a bunch of stick figures, and it's like a stick figure of you, and then a stick figure bird, and there's like an arrow pointing to you, and it's like Tosser,
Well,
and then it's like me with a backwards E.
at level 13 and 14, you do get the ability to scry on your familiar once per day, but I think you're a way off from that.
No, I'm sure it's
only
like another couple of
only
streams away.
Yeah, only like 10 levels. That's when the real OP stuff starts happening. I think we'll be more worried about the fact that Anna is now physically immortal at that level.
Hmm. Only physically.
Only physically.
Basically, throw bones at you, and that's how we kill.
Aw.
Wow.
But Anna says to Tosser, so are you busy now? Because I was on my way there.
No, I'll come with you. I've got to drop this off before I head off anyway.
Alright. And so she turns and she starts towards the
Oh, Doodles, why?
Tosser follows.
Aw, Doodles! Ah, I wasn't a familiar. Mira was not a familiar. She might as well have been though.
Druidic equivalent.
Druidic equivalent.
Druidic equivalent.
Okay, right, well, you enter the Temple of Saint Cuthbert, and you find Ezekiel in his typical place. More or less, you're pretty sure he probably sleeps at the altar. Of course, Gillespie is not allowed entry, so...
I know that! Shut up! I know this. Is there the customary guard outside who might be able to look after him?
There's a monk, if that's what you're asking.
A monk?
In fact, there are many monks around the temple.
Does one look like he's performing some kind of patrol oration?
No. They appear to be going about their monastic duties, as per usual.
Well, there was back at Lamberg. There's just this guy standing there.
Oh, but there doesn't appear to be one here exactly. No one with no one dedicated to standing watch to make sure animals don't enter the temple.
Gillespie! Oh!
He's still holding the bread.
He's still got the food in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Go fly, sit on the top of the town hall, on the corner where you can see the temple. Finish your food, and then when we come out again, come say hi. Oh, that's me.
That's not town hall.
You need a good run up. You need
Did-
A good
did
run
you-
up to land.
Did you tell
Yeah.
him which town's hall you want him to be on the roof of? As he just flies off towards Charles Coven.
I don't think he's got that good a sense of direction.
As the
Thankfully.
crow flies. Or the raven in this case.
There he goes, he's up there. So I follow Anna in.
Right. Well, as I
Hoping
said,
she's waited
Ezekiel,
for me.
yes,
Otherwise
Ezekiel
I'd
is in
leg it.
his typical location, and you walk down the aisles and you tap him on the shoulder, and he turns around and says, "Good morning. I trust you're well."
Good morning, Ezekiel.
Morning, Ezekiel.
We sound like we're talking to a teacher.
Good
morning,
Mr.
Ezekiel.
Hey, Ezekiel, have you leveled up recently?
Wow, we just had like the most amazing feeling after we killed that guy. It's like we're a lot more powerful.
I feel as
absorbed
though
his
some
powers.
intangible statistic of my existence has increased, whilst another has dropped dramatically.
Aw. She says, yeah, why did you? Oh yeah, because Gillespie attacked you. Anna says, good morning, I hope we're not interrupting you.
Well, it is of little concern. What can I do for you today?
Anna kind of holds out, or like gestures to the staff that she's holding in her arms, and she said that, I was wondering about the items that we acquired from Mugruth, because, I'm not as familiar with taint as you appear to be, and I didn't know if we should be worried about handling items from someone like him. If there are any dangers of them.
You wish for me to examine it for taint?
Yes.
Very well. He takes the staff off you for the moment. His eyes, the whole of his eye turns an ebon black as opposed to its typical glowing of white. As he examines the staff, the Staff looks it over quite thoroughly, before his eyes return to their usual brown view, and he returns the staff to you. It appears to hold no taint. I do not believe it is corrupted in any fashion.
Would you wager that the other finds on him were the same, or should we recall them for your perusal?
There are certain items which can absorb taint, but it is quite probable that Mr. Ruoff was no longer carrying any, given his state.
This is
So he would've-
reassurance.
So he would have had some before?
It is possible that, but if he had been holding any items for a long period of time whilst he was under the effects of taint, quite probably they would have been deteriorated and destroyed. Since these items are fully intact, we can presume quite safely that that is not the case.
Alright, that's a relief. Yeah, no, so I was looking at the staff. And then
Should any of them happen to decay, should we bring them to you?
If the items decay, it will be due to exposure to taint, in which case they will have done you a far greater service on your own person than mine.
So by absorbing taint, you mean it removes it from the original source?
It does not remove it, it merely prevents the taint from being absorbed by the person.
So it redirects the taint.
In essence, yes.
Alright.
I would advise, however, that you not attempt to find yourselves in locations and events that should qualify you as acquiring it.
Of course.
Naturally.
That
Unnaturally, usually.
It doesn't appear to have worked for us so far. So it would be nice to have a few options available.
Is there any other service I might perform for you today?
That was the main reason for my coming here, and she glances at Tosser.
Mine too.
Thank you very much for your help, Ezekiel.
You are quite welcome. Travel safely.
Thank you, you as well. And then she turns and goes to leave.
Tosser gives a bowful nod of his head and turns also. And then looks up to see if his raven is where he should be. And he is.
Make a spot check.
Oh.
Oh, here you go.
You tried to just skip past it.
I already said he is.
No take backs, DM. No take backs.
Right, well, you look up at the top of the town hall, you see its slanted roof, and you see Gillespie, and on the rooftops, seemingly talking to a murder of crows.
Can I hear them? Can I hear the conversation?
No, you can't.
Oh, okay. What sort of vibe do I get off him?
You are getting absolutely no sensation whatsoever off of Gillespie.
Huh. This is weird.
Does Anna see these as well?
If she's looking at Gillespie, then yes.
Do I see Tosser looking at Gillespie with a puzzled expression on his face?
Yes, that's not hard to miss.
Roll follow gaze.
I follow his gaze.
That sounds like a skill that would be heavily abused.
Anna looks up at the rooftop, and would she know if it would be unusual for that number of crows to be collecting on a single area?
You're familiar with the concept of a murder of crows, however, you're not particularly knowledgeable about the interaction of crows and ravens. Generally speaking, they're adversarial.
Can I tell if at least Gillespie is talking in common or making more bird-like sounds?
Not at this distance.
Okay.
How high is he off the ground?
I was considering going and walking under him, but thinking about it, no, I'm alright, thanks.
You don't need a shower just yet.
How high is he off the ground? Like the roof?
A good 20-30 feet.
So even Anna can't hear?
Well, you can't hear any noise that these crows and raven appear to be making, anyways. But you can see that their beaks are moving.
That's my beak.
Anna, Anna says to Tosser, that's odd. It appears Gillespie has made a few friends. Normally, as far as my experience goes, they don't normally tend to get along. Crows and ravens.
What's weirder is that I can't detect anything from Gillespie right now.
What?
Not getting my usual vibes off him.
He's dead.
I wonder if
An-
he'll remember this in a bit.
Hearing this, Anna would like to look back up and cast Detect Magic.
Okay, you may.
Pew.
Okay, Anna's eyes do the pew pew magic detecty sciencey thing. You can't detect any magic except for the familiar connection between Tosser and Gillespie. Doesn't appear to be any magic going on.
Anna says to Tosser, there doesn't seem to be any sort of magic going on that would interfere with what you should be feeling from him.
Gold's got no magic on him.
Not that I can see.
He's got missing memories from last night as well.
From last night?
Yeah, he woke up under the bed. I assumed he's just like sleep scrabbling or something, but
while they're discussing this, Anna would like to just generally cast her gaze around while she still has the detect magic aura going on.
Right, well, you can detect a fair bit of magic in your staff. You can see some magical sources inside the Temple of St. Cuthbert. A few different pinpointed sources throughout the town, which isn't particularly unusual. You're on an island full of spellcasters, for example. And as you are surveying the area, there is a loud cawing and fluttering as all of the crows simultaneously take off from the top of Town Hall. Gillespie glides off of the town hall and lands calmly on Tosser's shoulder. Hello.
has he finished eating?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a few crumbs in his feathers, but other than that, he's okay.
Anna kind of starts as they all take off at once, and then watches Gillespie fly down.
Which did either of us see which way the crows went? If they were all in one group?
They all disseminated in random directions. Didn't appear to be any
Okay.
hint of coherence. Plan B, smite all of the crows to protect Gillespie from their poor life choices and peer pressure.
Wow.
Gangs are bad, kids.
Especially when they're called a murder.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
God.
is our town, scrub.
Making friends.
Who?
Friends.
Hello.
You're my friend.
So I'm immediately thinking maybe he just doesn't know the word. Did you see anyone up top of Town Hall?
So lots of people.
Like?
Like you, and Druid Girl, and Horseman, and...
You.
But where's me?
What about other birds?
I don't know where Gillespie is, though.
Mira's gone.
Smite.
Tosser says nothing.
Anna just kind of.
Can Tosser do a sideways sense motive?
Yes, you may.
Anna stares at him, her face kind of dropping a bit. And she said-
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
I'm typing, that means I'm singing.
You? Okay, well, you note that this is a sour note for Anna. but you're also fairly certain that Gillespie doesn't quite get what you're trying to get at.
Okay.
Anna like watches studies Gillespie for a minute and then says, yes, she is Gillespie.
Gillespie, can you wait with Anna just briefly?
Okay.
Get off me!
Okay, Gillespie hops up off your shoulder and lands on the tip of Anna's staff of healing.
Okay. I say, I'll just be a moment and head back into the temple.
Anna watches him go, and then she kind of absent-mindedly starts petting Gillespie.
Oh, feeding him lumps of meat.
That she always carried around for me.
You're really dragging this out, Anna!
It's only been a few days.
Yeah, it's only been like 3 in-game days.
That's
2, I
right.
think.
2?
Anyways, so you've re-entered the Temple of Saint Cuthbert Tosser. What are you gonna do?
I'm looking for Ezekiel once more.
Okay, well he isn't likely to have moved from the last place you found him, so you head into the main altar section of the temple, wherein you find Ezekiel deep in prayer once again.
Oh, well, I managed to tap his shoulder last time without incident. But you're not going ahead and just declaring that this time, so I'm a bit worried.
Right. Okay, well, anyways, you gather his attention in a manner that is both respectful and subtle.
Non-lethal.
Well, what help?
I would like you to roll a 1d4 -2, please, thanks.
Pardon my absent-mindedness, Ezekiel, but and this may be a little bit out there, but do you know any spells that might restore memory or indeed block it?
I do not. I can
Oh.
imagine there may exist some potent magics for doing so, but I know of no particular spells that might do so.
Hmm.
Perhaps inquire with some of the arcane spellcasters around the town.
Got any names?
Mayor John might be the foremost among them. Beyond that, perhaps Father Isaiah. It is somewhat his business in his church.
Hmm. I'll do that. Thank you again.
Right, and with that, off he goes.
Pick it up.
So,
off
soon
I go.
enough, Tosser reappears from within the temple once more, and it appears to be stroking Gillespie as he is still sat on the top of her staff.
There he is. No help there.
What were you asking?
Just if he knew anything about magics affecting memory.
Can Anna roll spellcraft to see if she knows of anything?
This would be more of a knowledge arcana, but go ahead, spellcraft. Check Arithia, check taint on goal. Spellcraft. You are unaware of any magic that affects memory in this way.
I can't think of anything either. But
Hang on.
I didn't detect anything. If you meant just now.
I hope this isn't related to what happened in the forest. Trying not to metagame now I've read that comment, damn it.
Can you ship birds, or would it be like a plane?
What?
Good question. Leave it to the turtles.
That's a good one.
Leave it to the ammo
I like
trade.
that.
I'm not even angry.
Leave it, man.
Anna says he seems to be rather absent-minded, She hesitates and looks to Gillespie and says, he doesn't appear
Can
to.
I-
She kind of gestures with her free hand. So could it just
Tossa
be
does this.
that?
Can I roll? Has this happened? Like, has this happened to Gillespie with such frequency before in my travels?
Bearing in mind you got him very shortly before your arrival on Marshall's Ghost, it is fairly uncommon for him to have such frequent memory lapses.
Mm-hmm. Tossa just reaches out and sort of does a thing for Gillespie to come over again.
Gillespie hops off the staff and onto your shoulder again.
Surprised
Anna
you
looks almost
recognised
a
what
little
I
bit
meant.
sad.
Tossa doesn't notice. Like I'm left-handed in this.
It's just the hand you're holding out. You're holding books with your right hand.
It's true. Um.
Anna says we could try to keep a better eye on him, I suppose. If you're worried about something affecting him or something that has affected him. Like I said, I can't detect any magic, but I suppose it could be some sort of disease. I mean, would Anna know of any diseases that would affect any birds that she's worked with that might affect mental capacity?
There are several different viruses that directly attack avian brains, but you don't know of any that Gillespie could have contracted. Unless he picked it up before he was purchased.
Anna says, I know there are a few diseases of sort that exist that could affect avian mental capacity, but they're not exactly common to catch unless they're in a very, very either very poor conditions or they're around another infected bird. I mean, I suppose if he's been around birds, a lot of other birds in like close quarters before, he may have contracted it then. If anything, we could take him with Father Isaiah. He might be able to. Actually, she says, looking down at the staff of healing.
You're looking at the chat, aren't you?
No, I didn't. I just remembered because I was like going ahead in my brain and I was like, I don't have detect disease, I have remove disease, or like I don't have remove disease, but Isaiah has remove disease, and I remember talking about how Anna didn't want to bother Isaiah, so she was going to use the staff on herself. And she says, I was reading the notes that Mugaruth had left with this, had taken about the staff. And apparently it has, one of the abilities that it has is that it can remove diseases. So if he does have something, we could attempt to remove it.
The side effects if he doesn't have a disease?
Does Anna know of any side effects of it that would affect it if
She
he doesn't?
knows of none.
I know of none.
Worth a go. Do you know how to use it?
Anna says, I could. There are notes in the books that he left that I could reference.
I think you did pick up how you knew to use
Yeah,
it.
it was.
I think I remember
she
that
wasn't.
last week.
Yeah, it was in the. It was like power words or something, or like activation words that were in the book. But she was looking specifically for resurrection at the time, so she didn't particularly register it.
Okay.
So she knows it's there. She just doesn't remember it.
Yeah, let's go for that. I'll call and speak to Isaiah first, though, if you don't mind.
No, that's fine. She she says to his retreating back, "Okay, bye." And then she follows because she doesn't exactly have anything else to do.
All right.
Oh, you said goodbye and then fall so.
I didn't
You
say
went the
no,
same
so-
way on the elevator.
Jokingly, Jones. Jokingly, Jones. I think you should start stand-up act with that name.
Only if you're the opening act.